Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm here today to do my June wrap-up. I got through about 6 books this month. 2 of them I listened to in audio, 1 of them I read on it as an e-reader, and the other 2 I had physical books. So let's just get started. The first book I have, which I read, was Ashes, Ashes. I only have this little piece of paper here because it was an audio I rented from the library, which I had to return. It's a book by Treggiari, and I wish you could kind of see. It's got a really cool cover. It's one of those post-apocalyptic kind of stories, so right away, kudos for the cover. That grabbed my attention. I'm going to read you a little bit of what the Goodreads description is of this title. A thrilling tale of adventure, romance, and one girl's unyielding courage through the darkest of nightmares. Epidemics, floods, droughts. For 16-year-old Lucy, the end of the world came and went, taking 99% of the population with it. As the weather continues to rage out of control and sweepers clean the streets of plague victims, Lucy survives alone in the wilds of Central Park. But when she's rescued from a pack of hunting dogs by a mysterious boy named Aiden, she reluctantly realizes she can't continue on her own. She joins his band of survivors, yet a new danger awaits her. The sweepers are looking for her. There's something special about Lucy, and they will stop at nothing to have her. Now, this story, like I said, had, great cover, grabbed my attention, had everything going for it, really interesting kind of plot. World building was really well done. Lucy's a great character. I thought she was very strong and courageous, the things she had to go through. But I had some issues with this. The book never seemed to go anywhere or have any kind of conclusion to it. I didn't really sense that there was any kind of major romance. There was some romance building between her and Aiden, but nothing that they say is some thrilling romance or anything like that. It just didn't do much for me overall. So I only gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. I'm afraid. I was a little bit disappointed, a little underwhelmed overall by the story, but writing-wise, character-wise, that was all good in the world building. So 2 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was an ebook called Rippler, and that's by Cidney, Swanson. And it's book 1 in the Ripple series, and this is kind of the color version of it. I wish you could see it better. You can always check it out on Goodreads. It's quite a beautiful cover. And this one I have posted a review on my channel, so you can go ahead and check it out and find out more about it. I really did enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to reading book 2, which the author graciously sent it to me as a gift, so I saw my review on YouTube. And I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend it. Pick it up and give it a read. It's available physical copy or as an ebook too, so check it out. And the next book I read was this kind of beat-up old copy of Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan. This is actually the first David Levithan book I read, and I really did enjoy it. It is a very small book, as you can see, not a whole lot of storyline, and it's kind of predictable, but I really did enjoy the characters and the plot. It's a really good story overall, and I'm looking forward to reading more of his books. I gave this title a 3 out of 5 stars. And then the next one I read was Shatter by Tahereh Mafi. And again, I posted this review on my YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and check that one out. I really, really enjoyed this. The writing style, for me, I thought was very unique and different, so that was a plus right there. Enjoyed the character. I'm looking forward to the next book in this series and seeing where the character goes. I think we'll get more depth of the character because she was kind of shut in there, locked up and away from society for so long that there wasn't a whole lot to her, it seemed like. So I think her character is going to develop more and more as the story goes on. And I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely worth picking up. Something a little unique. Then the 5th book I have is actually a bind-up of 2 books. It's Kissing Zombies by Denney. And this is made up of The Girl's Guide to Falling in Love with a Zombie and A Girl's Guide to Breaking Up with a Zombie. And it's only about 120 pages. Kind of neat chapter tops there. Really great cover, really beautifully bound and everything. Each book is, like I said, is only about 60 pages, so it's pretty short, runs pretty quick. I like the world building in this. I love a good zombie book. He does a really good job of telling stories. The action scenes are really great. But I had some issues with it. I couldn't get into the main character, Rebecca Willis. She kind of puts her love of this zombie over the lives of her friends. There was a situation where this particular zombie is kind of like hovering around the area where her and her group of friends are surviving. They're kind of hiding out. And she's always had a crush on this particular boy. His name is Lance. And when they decided to try and move to like a newer location where there's more food, a little more safety, she said she won't move unless they can somehow transport Lance with them. But now this is putting her friends' lives in danger, and I couldn't understand this. Now, if this was someone who she had a really deep relationship with, a long-standing, boyfriend of hers, but it was just a crush she had for many years. There was no reciprocation of feelings from Lance when he was, pre-zombie mode. So I had a lot of issues dealing with that. I just couldn't relate to the character. So for that, I had a lot of trouble with that. I think it's the fact that it is so short. There's not a lot of development or back development of how this whole world did come about. We get a little snippet of a possible terrorist attack with somebody with some embalming fluid, but was that the goal of this terrorist, or was it an unfortunate side effect of whatever he was planning? And what was he planning? I mean, it's just, here's what this happened, and now we're in this world. So I wanted a little bit more from that. But again, I think it just meant to be a really quick novella and not deal so much with the past, but more her relationship with the zombie. And again, I just couldn't relate to the character at all, that she would risk her friends' lives over a zombie that she only had a crush on in real life. So I give this a 2 out of 5 stars. And the last book was one I actually rented out as an audio from the library. And before I was finished with it, I had to go out and get a physical copy of it, and that's Hold Me Closer, Necromancer. And that's by Lish McBride. It's her debut novel. And I just recently posted my review on this one, so you can check it out on my channel. I won't go into too much detail. Necromancing the Stone is the sequel, which I've just found out. So I'm not sure of the date when that is released. I'll have to look into that. But I am really looking forward to finding out more from this character. This was a great, snarky, fun, kind of humorous, paranormal YA book. So I highly recommend this one. I give this 5 out of 5 stars. And I think that's all I have for you right now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.